Behind every blueprint of a nation, behind every blueprint of a family, behind every blueprint of a kingdom or even a military, there is the men. Now, a lot of people are not understanding why there is so much frustration within the younger generation, specifically the men. But I want you to just, if you want to be neutral about it, I want you to just look back at all of the things that men had to hear for the last 15 to probably 20 years, but more on the lower end of the 15 years. They have been told they're toxic. They have been told that they're too aggressive. They have been told that there were no such thing as masculinity, that they needed to de-emasculate themselves. They have been told that they weren't any contributor to society. They have been told that it was wrong to say that they were proud to be a father. They were wrong to say that they were proud to be a military man. They were wrong to say that they were proud to be anything. What I find so interesting is that just a little while ago, it was okay to say, I'm black and I'm proud, but it was pretty much shunned, and it was pretty much a crime for a white male to say that he was proud to be a white male, because there are so many nuances to it. But the main thing came out of not only the political realm, but it came out of television, it came out of Hollywood, it came out of media. So they had all the full forces telling them it was wrong for them to be a man. Look at these gender wars. I'm not even going to get into that. There was a time in this history where a man can say that he was proud to have a blue collar job. And up until like the 80s and 90s, when they really wanted to push the white collar jobs, that was even demonized. So now you have these young men, no matter what their color is, who is saying, hey, we're sick of this. Who is saying, no, we want to have family. Who is saying, there's nothing wrong with me wanting to stand up for what I believe in. Who is saying, there's nothing wrong with me standing up for my family or my future family or for my children. You silenced them. Now they're coming alive. And now that they're not coming alive how you want to deem them to come alive, now it's a problem. Now, I'm not saying that white supremacy does not exist, but what I do find so interesting is the fact that people are labeling strong young men as white supremacists. That in itself, you know how dangerous that is? And now they have come into the point of they don't even care. And honestly, they just have to have that attitude because they have been labeled so many horrible situations. Like, why would you want to bring down the mechanism of life, which is men? So if you want to know what's really going on, and it's not only in these political streets, but just about everywhere, you have young men who are ostracized from the society in every way, political, education, job, church, you name it, from the family, who are now taking the stand to say enough is enough, and they just don't want to see their country burn. That's really what it is. So it's not a color issue or ethnic issue or a culture issue or even a gender issue. Because when you see a former president who said that every man should have a gay friend, there goes the jabs at them de-emasculating a man who is like, wait, what? What are you talking about here? Let's not forget some of these young men saw a society for decades praise singlehood instead of familyhood. Let's not forget there's many men that don't have any fathers. And the fact that they don't have fathers it contributes to a lot of things. But it's the fact that they're like, you know what? No, we need to rise again. If we want to take this country in a better direction, the men need to rise, the young men. And they're going against a regime that don't want them to rise. That is what's going on. It's so far beyond politics.